Now it is recording, and hello. I'm sure we're going to have all kinds of technical snafus as we work our way through the evening, but I am so very excited that you are all here and joining us for this final concert of the year. This is our finale concert. All in isolation as we are, we have no choice but to participate in a Zoom meeting. I have never had 193 people, or 200. We're over 208 people are here now. Which is pretty fantastic. Hang on, Mr. Swanson is coming in, as well as a whole bunch of others. So people are still joining. I'm admitting them. Sorry, hang on, give me a minute. So we're up to 210 people. That's a big old Zoom meeting. So very excited to have this opportunity to share with you the work that the students have been doing since we've gone into quarantine. And I hope that you have a great time tonight. I'm so excited about this, and I'm just excited to share what we've been working on. So first thing I want to do is, hang on, get my train of thought here. First thing I want to do is load this up, and you guys can pull out your phones and turn on your camera app and just snap a little picture of that. That is a QR code for the program for tonight's concert. So I thought about sharing the link, but then you can't have, unless you got two screens, you can't have the one screen on and the program and the other one. And so it gets a little bit complex. So this way you can have the program on your phone while you are watching the concert on your computer. So let me just get a couple more people admitted to the meeting here. So please do take a moment to load up your program. All right. So our concert begins with some work from Concert Orchestra. So I'm actually really excited about this. This is one of those opportunities where what we do in quarantine in some ways created, well, I should say the quarantine forced us into being creative, and I ended up with a project that maybe is better than what I normally would do in class. So each year the Concert Orchestra engages what's called the Fiddle Tune Project, or Fiddler's Dream Project. And there's a tune called Fiddler's Dream, and it uses 3 chords. And we leverage that. The kids learn, well, we start with scales, and then we move from scales to intervals, and then from intervals we move to triads. And then the kids can read and spell triads. And then they go to understanding chord symbols, because now that they know what a triad is, they know how to read the chord symbols. And from the chord symbols, they now have a piece of music. So we get this fiddle tune. And the kids just get a line of music with some chords over the top. And they use their knowledge of the chord symbols and how to read the chord symbols and how the theory behind everything. And they write their own arrangements of the fiddle tune. So they play the fiddle tune and they do their own thing. Now in class, what we do is they write the parts, they write a bass part, they write another part, and they get together with other people and they play all the parts. But the disadvantage to that is that they only ever get to play one of the parts. So what we did for this while we're in quarantine is I had the kids download the a cappella app on their phone, which lets you play with yourself and do multiple, so you can record yourself playing one part, and then you listen to that part, you record yourself playing with the other part. A lot of those multi-part videos that you see on Facebook were made using the a cappella app. So I had the kids use the a cappella app, and they wrote a bass line and an accompaniment part, and they played the other part, and they put it all together, they recorded it all themselves. So they got a chance to play all of the parts. Now, I can't play all of them for you, which is a shame because so many of them were good, but we're just gonna do a handful of them. We're gonna start with Kieran Cassidy's. Kieran did a really nice job. He didn't use headphones though, so the metronome's still playing, but just ignore that and listen to what he did with it. And remember that none of this existed. All that there was a melody and some chord symbols, and he wrote the rest. So here is, oh, hang on, whoop, there we go. Here is Kieran Cassidy playing Fiddler's Dream. Just share my screen. Oh, there it is up there. Hang on. And check your sound. Here's Kieran Cassidy. Not too bad, right? The free, yes, applause for Kieran. Well done. Yes, well done. So of course there's a 30-second limit on the free version of acapella. So these will all be short, I promise you. Let's take a listen to what Will Kim did. Here's Will's. Share screen. All right, let's hear it for Will Kim. Nice job. Beautiful. Woohoo! All right, next we have Elisa G. So let's hear what she did with the same arrangement, or I should say the same piece. She wrote her own arrangement. Again, and bravo, bravo to Lisa, nice job. And finally, just one last one. Here's Simone's. I guess they all did. I thought that a couple of kids had the option to play other fiddle tunes. I had a collection of other fiddle tunes with other chord changes, and so a couple of the kids did play those. Unfortunately, I'm realizing now as I'm in front of you all that I didn't pick any of those to play. But here we go. Here is Simone Daly playing Fiddler's Dream. And is that working for you guys? All right, we're gonna give that one more shot. Hang on a second, because that flaked on me as well. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna unmute everyone again. So let's have a hand for everybody in the concert orchestra.
Kim Griffin.
Hang on, my wife is passing notes to me here. Hang on, what was that? She's writing things on a piece of paper, and it says, what's that? The screen change. String change. Oh, right. Sorry, there was one other thing that we had to do. I forgot. Yes. So speaking of lessons that students are learning, this is very exciting. Where are you, Bella? This is really exciting. What Bella did, talk about necessity being this crisis being the necessity, or the mother of invention, necessity being the mother of invention. We ended up doing a lesson. Where is she? How come I can't find Bella? Where are you, Bella? Somewhere. Hang on. Maybe she's not here. Where are you? Can't find you. Well, I got nothing. I don't know where she's at. Anyway, it's very exciting what Bella. Oh, there she is. No, wait. Yes, there you are. I see you. I have unmuted you. Spotlight video. Bella, show us what you did.
Oh, okay. I put a string back on my instrument. Yes, I restrung my instrument.
That's fantastic. All by yourself. I never would have had you do that by yourself in concert orchestra, but I just sent you some YouTube videos, and you ordered a string online. So there you go. Learning is happening. outside of the classroom and inside. Congratulations. Nicely done. I have to figure out how to stop now sharing your video. Oh, there it goes. All right. So let's move on. At this point, the next thing, are you still spotlighted? Is she still spotlighted?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
No, okay, just on mine. All right. Well, the next performance, I'm very I'm a little bit sad. I'm excited to hear it and very very sad about it. Last year we did a senior concerto competition, and we had two winners. A bunch of rising seniors auditioned for me, and I recorded them, thank God, because I thought, well, I'll sit here and I'll adjudicate and it'll be great. I'll judge and we'll see which one is the best. But they were all absolutely incredible. And so I sent the videos out to some friends of mine who are all music directors, and they looked at them and evaluated them and filled out rubrics and stuff and came up with a unanimous conclusion that Samia Khan was the winner of the senior concerto competition. And this evening, she would have taken the stage, backed up by the Whitney Young Chamber Orchestra, I guess the Philharmonic Orchestra, this is a full orchestra, and performed the Lalo Sinfonia Español for the audience as well as the reward for winning the concerto competition. Samia is a phenomenal musician, incredible violinist, and just a wonderful human being. And I'm, as her teacher, I just feel so, I don't know, it's just great to have known her, and I feel honored that she was a student in my class and contributed her musical talents to our musical endeavors. And so I'm just, we're all blessed to be able to hear her play tonight. She has an accompaniment recording, and from her living room, we are going to hear the Lalo Sinfonia Español performed by Samia. Samia, do you want to say anything about the piece in particular?
Wait. Am I on mute? Can you hear
You're
me?
unmuted. Yeah, I unmuted you.
Oh, okay. It has a lot of Spanish rhythms in it, and I've been playing this piece for probably a year and a half now, so I've been with it for a really long time. So.
Great. Well, let's hear it.
Alrighty. I have to set up a tad bit. Sorry. Okay. Could you hear that, Ms. Rensky? Alrighty.
Can you see you?
Yeah.
My screen's spazzing out. Poggers. Who said poggers?
Yeah, I can wear that, and then my white.
Period, bro, Julio. I can.
I unmuted everybody, and then I muted everybody, and I forgot that I muted myself. Samia, that was incredible. Fantastic job. My word. One more time, everybody, for Samia. And in case you missed it, yes, she was trilling with the third and fourth finger while plucking the string with the first finger, which I'm not even sure how that happens. I don't know how to do that or how that works, but brilliant. Excellent job, Samia. I'm so sorry we couldn't back you up with the orchestra. But you know, you got to do what you got to do, and you played that beautifully. Thank you for sharing your music with us today. Thank you. That was, I don't know, man. How do you follow that? I don't know what to do now. that was just the best. Okay, now I'm unmuting myself. Okay, so, wow, that was great. So next up, we have the Symphony Orchestra. And this piece requires just a little bit of a story. So Harper Dillard is a senior who's graduating this year, has been for the last 2.5 years asking if I take requests for repertoire. And the answer is always, we'll see, maybe. No, I really don't. I just don't. Not so much doing that. Oh, hang on a second, some more people are showing up here. Yeah. And so, unfortunately, no, I don't. But you know, this time she'd been asking and asking, and she's graduating, and I was like, okay, fine. So what she wanted to play was Married Life, which is that 5 minutes of music that happens at the beginning of the movie Up. You know, where it's just beautiful, and then it gets really sad, and then it gets beautiful again. And so, you know, I was like, you know what? Yes, we can play Married Life from Up. So I went out and found found the music for it, and I found it arranged for string quartet, but there were no recordings. So when you do these virtual orchestra things, you need to have a reference recording for everyone to play along with, right? They all play along with the same recording, and then you can edit all the parts together. So, we didn't have a reference recording. It didn't exist. So we got together the family band. I played the cello. Ariana played viola. Leith played the violin. And the second violin part was played by my wife, Kate, on the clarinet. And we recorded the parts together and sent them out to the kids. And so we were able to have a reference recording, so they all played Married Life. And of course, the only really sad part about this is that Harper wasn't in school on the last day before they closed things down, and so she doesn't have a viola at home. And we tried to work something out, but there were reasons why she couldn't get a viola, and so unfortunately, after years of asking and finally agreeing to play Married Life, Harper unfortunately is not on. It's not on the recording, but it's still, they did a great job with it. The movie is introduced by another student who also doesn't have a cello, but she wanted to be involved. And so here we go. This is Married Life. Married Life. Let me just share the screen here. Hang on a second.
I hope everyone is enjoying their night. Next up, we have Whitney Young Symphony Orchestra performing Married Life from the movie Up. Okay, good.
Mommy, do you know how many orchestras there are? There's 4. Who goes last? You know?
All right. Well, so that was Married Life, and some really great performances there. That was a lot of fun. And of course, we now get to the part of the evening of our finale concert when we need to acknowledge our seniors and the years that they've put into the program and the time that they've spent with us. This is a batch of seniors that is particularly near and dear to my heart. I'm trying really hard not to look at anything but the camera so I don't make eye contact with anybody, because you guys know how I get, where I can't talk and I start to like cry and stuff. But this is just an incredibly fantastic pack of kids that are moving on here. And as I say in the program, looking through the list, there's no one who's put in less than 3 years into the orchestra program. And you know, there's a cost in that, right? There are AP classes that you didn't take. There are languages that you didn't take the 4th year of. There's that robotics class that you thought would have been fun, but instead you stuck with the music, and that means so much to me personally. And the leadership that this group of seniors has given us over the years is it's been incredible. You know, I don't want to mention any names in particular because I think that it'll be, you know, I'll miss somebody, and everyone's just been incredible. And I'm so sorry, so very, very sorry that that this concert, you know, so many of you have been in the program for 3 years, and so you've known what this is going to be, and you've had this picture in your head of how the year was going to end, and it's not happening. But hopefully, everyone got together, and hopefully this will give you a little something of what that experience would have been like.
London Anderson. Brian Bermeo. Harper Dillard. Mary Dew. Heitai Iamsaku. Devin Jackson. Samia Khan. Caleb Kawakowski. Diana Martinez. Evan McMahon. Henry Mitchell. Daisy Salchley. Cecilia Bean. Enrique Vargas. Carolyn Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, the Whitney Young Orchestra Class of 2020.
Your wife?
Thank you guys.
Stop.
So I'm sorry. That's the best I can do, guys. So Evan, a bunch of the seniors worked on a video as well, and made me promise not to watch it before I put it up. And of course, only a fool would take that deal. So my wife watched it, and apparently it's all copacetic and okay. So she promises me that this is pretty good. So this is a little video, I guess a sort of a video response made by the seniors, by the orchestra seniors. So I'm curious to see what this is. I'm watching it for the first time with all of you. Ready? Well, I guess that part also. That was fantastic. Very much unexpected. Thank you guys, and well, you know, goodbye to all. Yeah, all right. I was doing a little of this stuff here, you know, because that kind of, you know, that's got to happen. Wouldn't be a finale concert without a little of that. So, no, I'm fine. Leave, get away from me. I don't need a hug. Fine, I'll take a hug. Fine. All right.
I was planning on like taking over for you.
All right, here we go. All right.
Do you need another one?
No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. Just one is good. Oh, it's time to change hats. Hang on. So every time we, well, I guess I should say thank you to a few people before we start. I have to start by thanking my family because editing these videos together takes a really long time, and I'm not going to move the camera over to the kitchen. It's my job to clean the kitchen. We're just not going to put the camera in that direction. Okay, so they've been putting up with me for the last 2 weeks as I've been glued to this computer editing these videos, and they've been giving me all kinds of feedback and support through all this. So I definitely want to thank them. Of course, I want to thank the administration. This has been just, you know, when you sign on to be a principal, you don't think, hey, I bet I'm going to have to deal with a global pandemic and shut my school down, but not actually shut the school down, but keep it running, but only digitally, only like that's not what they were thinking they were going to have to do. And they've been just incredible through the whole process. And I specifically want to thank Mr. Soto. He and I have been talking a lot about technology and how to best use the technology for this concert and such. And his counsel's been really helpful. And it's just been good to have, you know, every now and then it's just nice to talk to people who aren't in your house, right? Like, anyway, it's fine. It's great. So, so my thanks to them. I also definitely want to thank my colleagues. Because they, like the administration, we're all in this completely strange and new boat. And we've been meeting about once a week, sometimes just to complain, but sometimes more often than not to share ideas and to come up with ways that we can engage the students online and trying to find new ideas and bouncing ideas off of each other. And Mr. Barbic will call me and I'll call him. We'll talk about things. And it's just, I mean, it's always incredible to work with a group of colleagues that you respect and admire and who feed your creativity, but especially in times like this, it's just what it does. And of course, you know, I mean, they're all just a damn inspiration, right? Like they're incredible educators and teachers and people. I'm just honored to be a part of the crew that gets to teach your kids. So I think that was, oh, I also want to thank, I think she's here, and I'm never going to find her. There's 250 of you here. But Melissa Ruxtelis Rutkelis is at the CPS Office of Arts Education. And none of you realize this, but the CPS Office of Arts Education is working all the time to try and support arts education in CPS. And they do all kinds of incredible behind the scenes things. And they work really hard to make sure that we've got the resources that we need, or to try and get us the resources that we need to put together festivals and such for everyone in CPS. And I just wanted to say that we really appreciate all that they do to help us do our job. So I'm not sure where she is, but wherever she is, many thanks to you, Melissa, and to all the crew over there at the Office of Arts Education. All right, well, it's time for our final piece. And this is another student request. Every time, I'm not sure what piece we should do. And I'm like, hey guys, do you think we should play, before I finish that sentence, Daisy says, Pirates! And it happens every single time. So no matter what, we'll be like, I'll be in front of the kids and I'll be like, hey, we've been asked to play this memorial service. Pirates! Right, so like, it doesn't matter what it is, she's always hoping for pirates. And so when I was like, hey, we should do one last piece for the concert, what should we, and that was as far as I got before she unmuted her microphone and said, Pirates! And I said, well, but Pirates is for full orchestra. I can't, you know, it doesn't, it's the piece for, and so I went out and I found it arranged for string orchestra. So this is Pirates, arranged for string orchestra. Again, it's from 2003 when the thing first came out, so there's no recording. So I sat down with the family band and we made another reference recording so we could all play it. And so to finish things up, Here is the chamber orchestra playing Pirates. Guys, this has been just the most remarkable year. I mean, we had a strike. We shouldn't have gone to chamber camp. Our trip to U of I was canceled at the last second. Our final concert was canceled. There was another concert that I think was canceled. All in all, we had one actual concert in the auditorium, and then one complete panic festival that was the UIC thing where everyone was trying to learn the entire Tchaikovsky symphony in like 2 weeks, and it was a hot panic for everyone. And that's just the weirdest year, man. That's just very strange. Not at all how it was supposed to go. You know, we all had such great plans, but you all stepped up to the plate and contributed and were fantastic people throughout the whole thing and all of the ordeals, and through it all, we still managed to make incredible music. And I want to thank you all for that. I do want to say to the chamber orchestra that as I was heading in the car out to meet all the seniors and take their headshots, the Viren came on the radio, the DAG Viren, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna run out of gas, or the camera's gonna run out of batteries, I'm not gonna be able to. I was sure, because of course we scheduled that piece for everything that was canceled this year, so we were sure that it was a cursed piece of music. And when I heard it on the radio, but we listened to the whole thing and everything worked out, except for 3 people that I had to go back and retake their pictures. But anyway, thank you for a great year. Thank you everyone for just being so supportive. Thank you to the parents and friends of Whitney Young, and mostly the students, just for being awesome people that I get to come and work with every day. And so we send off 2020 with a virtual concert, and hopefully we'll be able to have real concerts again next year. Thank you all for coming out tonight, or staying in tonight for the virtual concert. And without further ado, here is Pirates of the Caribbean, performed by the Chamber Orchestra. I got it. That's it for our virtual orchestra concert today. I hope you all have a wonderful summer. Try to get outside a little bit. Don't forget your masks. Don't touch your face and wash your hands. And best of luck next year to everyone who's going off to college and everyone who's staying here, because it's who knows where we're going. But we can at least still kind of sort of make music together, right? And if we can do that, then everything's going to be okay. Have a great night, everyone. And thanks for joining us at the concert today. I really appreciate it. It's great to have you all here. I'm going to unmute you one more time. Let's hear it for our kids.
Are you kidding me? Guys.
Hi.
You're pure. No, it's fine. Your name